Hey guys, Canadian Tacoma, welcome back. With this weather, we figured that we'd do another installment of our medical videos with the Canadian _medkits. If you're wondering, you're like, hey Jay, it's been a few months now since it's been cold and snowing. It took us about 3 months to set up the vehicles. It wasn't perfect. But today we're going to talk about hypothermia. It's a big one, okay? Especially if you're camping in the desert during the day. It's bloody hot at night. Even though the temperature will say 18 degrees, it still goes down very, very cold. So you got to start thinking about that stuff, okay? Oh, and looking at this product placement, Overland North. The chill out's happening the 10th of February till the 12th of February in Bowmanville. Tickets are still available. We're trying out something new, winter camping, so this video might come in handy. If you want tickets, Overland North on their site. A bunch of planned events, trails in the winter, so make sure you have recovery gear, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So today we're going to talk about hypothermia, okay? The best way to stave off hypothermia is to stay warm. So, in case you guys can't do that for some reason, tricks and tips. During the day when you're wearing layered clothing, not very tight, it can't be too loose. Alright? At night, make sure you switch out of it. Whatever it is that you're sleeping in, make sure it's not what you slept in or you worked in during the day. You don't want it to be sweaty, you don't want to be hot, you don't want to sweat at night and then wear it during the day. Always have at least 2 changes of clothing. The longer you wear something, the less the R value or the heat retaining value loses, okay? Because your body oils and all that clogs all the pores of the material, even merino wool, which is what I'm wearing underneath anyway. And things that which are very, very inexpensive that can save your life. Rescue blankets, they come in all forms and sizes. They come in the kits that we sell as well. Okay, I'll show you how to use those. And then these right here, hot packs. They don't last a whole whole length of time, but we'll show you guys how to use these as well. And you put them in the like the armpits or the groin, places that will heat up the core a lot quicker. Don't have them hold them in the hand because we don't care about the hand. If you're going down with hypothermia, it's life over limb. All right. Anything to add before we start?
Signs and symptoms.
Go ahead.
So there's different stages of hypothermia, but at the beginning, some of the early ones that everyone has seen before is like your body starts to shiver to produce heat. Your body's gonna pull the blood and the warmth from the extremities, which is your hands, your feet, your legs, to your core, because that's where all your internal organs are, and you want to try to keep that warm. So you might get the numb fingers, the chattering teeth, the shaking. You start to, like, the dexterity of your fingers goes because you don't have as much blood, and then it progresses into different levels of hypothermia. And
the next stage, you stop shivering. So if you see somebody that you looked like they were cold before, the whole signs and symptoms before the shivering, like maybe like cyanosis, like bluing around the lips, like they're getting really cold, can't feel their fingers, and all of a sudden they're not shivering anymore. It's not because they magically got warm. It's because now their body has stopped producing the shivering effect to conserve heat. Okay, so that's stage 2.
And with that comes the confusion and the disorientation. So those people might not be able to make as good of decisions. You might need to help them out on the trail.
All right, and then progressing, they can't use their hands, period. They won't be able to move their arms, all right, because everything gets sucked into the core to try to save that person. The body's natural reaction. If that happens, okay, we're going to tell you guys how to stave that off slowly, okay? But don't worry so much about their hands and their feet. Worry about their core, okay? Because that will get the blood pumping again back to their hands and their feet, okay? A good way to do that is get them off the ground. Snow, terrible at it, okay? So if they're on the ground or you find somebody on the ground, you want to take them off the ground, put them in a truck, put them in a bed, somewhere that it's not snow. If they can't be moved, put something underneath them. Pine boughs if you're in the woods. Not this blanket. That's not really going to do anything, but like something insulating underneath. I don't care if it's like sweatshirts or whatever temporarily. Just something in between them and the cold ground. Okay, this blanket, It's like $2.99 at the dollar store.
We have them in our kits.
We have them in our kits, okay? Just because they save lives. Once you use it, don't try to fold it back up, all right? Just contact us and we'll give you another one, or you can just buy another one. All right? They look like tinfoil blankets because essentially they are. What you want to do is you want to wrap the person up completely. And then you want to sit them down somewhere, again, not on the snow. So what this does, essentially, all the heat that you have, like I'm already warm right there, all the heat that you have reflects off the tinfoil back at you, okay? So that's what it's going to do. Now in conjunction with these, and the way to use these, she's going to show you right now.
You would crack them, shake them so they warm up.
So before you do that, inside there's a I'm not going to go technical, there's a ball and juice. Blow the ball up. It's not going to pierce the bag, just squeeze it until you feel the pop, and then shake it a bit, you'll automatically notice that it gets warmer.
And then, as Jay said, these go in the spots that lose the heat the most, which is the armpits, the groin. If someone doesn't have a hat on, you lose a lot of heat through the top of your head, and then wrap them back up nice and tight like a burrito.
If they're laying down, which they probably are, they're not going to be standing, try to wrap their full body, and then underneath them as well, while they're on top of the pine boughs or the sweatshirts or the truck bed or wherever you put them at the time. Most of us have tents, rooftop tents. Rooftop tents is a good one because it's off the ground. You're already on a mattress. Ground tents in the winter, if they're not winterized, don't put them directly on the ground. Like put them on a one of the blow-up mattresses or the foam roll-up mattresses, something like that. Another thing you want to do, if you can, warm liquids. Okay, warm liquids. If you have a truck, you want to start it, put the heat on. Okay, so when they're progressed that much, you can't introduce too hot, too fast, because their body might go into shock. Okay, so yeah, you want to make them warm, but you don't want to make them hot, because then their body's not going to know what to do, go into shock, and then you got a different type of problem. So warm liquids, not coffee, but like warm water, put them in the truck at a warm temperature. If you have like a heater, we have a diesel heater, put them in the tent. Don't crank the heater up though, because it'll get too hot too fast and that person might go into shock, and then that's it. Now that's a different thing. You'll have to pay attention for a different class on that. You got it?
Thanks,
So if you guys have any questions or comments, put them in. If we missed something, because this is impromptu, we don't have any cards or anything, and you think that we missed something that's pretty vitally important, let us know in the comments, and we'll make amendments. Until next time, stay safe, and hopefully we see you at the chill out. Take it easy, guys.